Hello everyone, my name is Kate Marshall. The name of my channel is called Inked Paper Art, and today is day 74 of 365 days of junk journal ideas. Today we are making altered bingo cards, so a lot of you guys probably have seen these vintage bingo cards out and about. If you don't have any, there will be a digital in my Etsy shop available. It's just like a simple digital of bingo cards. That way you can print them out on cardstock and alter them. But today we're working on altered bingo cards for those botanical journals. So this is just one way to alter them. I will throughout the year show you different ways to alter bingo cards to go into different themed journals. So these ones will be very field note botanical in decoration. However, you can use these bingo cards as writing boards as well. So in a journal, because they're thick, usually chipboard, very thick cardstock, you can use these as a writing board. So in a very embellished journal, sometimes when you have stuff all over the pages, it gets a little bumpy, and that's when a writing board comes into play. So you might need something thick and sturdy to place on that page that has all that bumpy stuff and then be able to write on your paper. So basically, this is a mock junk journal page, right? So you have a page underneath and it has a bunch of bumpy stuff. Somewhere in the signature, there's bumpy stuff. You take your writing board and you want to write on this page, but you can't because there's bumpy stuff under there. You slide your writing board underneath the page that you want to write on, and then you're able to write on that thick chipboard, and it's a nice level flat surface to write on. So that's basically a writing board, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today, is altered bingo cards that can be used as a writing board. Otherwise, they're just very large journal cards, so they could go in side pockets. I'm going to show you a pocket that these are all going to go in tomorrow. So if you watch today's video and do your bingo cards, you'll be able to make the pocket that they go in tomorrow. All right, so that's kind of the overview of what we're doing today. You can see on my desk, I've got a bunch of Tim Holtz ephemera out. The Tim Holtz ephemera for the botanical field note journal, it just fits. It's great color and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're working on. I'm going to quickly go over what I'm using. So I'm using some digitals from the from my Etsy shop. These ones are my French mushroom digitals. There's a bunch of different ones. So there's some similar to this listed in Etsy right now. And you can just, print out the mushrooms, cut them out. You can size them to be smaller or larger. And that's what I'm going to decorate for the base kind of little decoration here. I've already fussy cut them. So we're going to make 3 today. We're going to basically focus on altering these guys up. I want to put my little Tim Holtz people on, but I'm going to turn these into fairies or put fairy wings underneath of them. And then we're going to add some more decoration to the bingo card. So first things first, we need to pick out a mushroom for each one of them. And it doesn't really matter, what mushroom necessarily, but the people I'm choosing. So this is a great project. The Botanical Field Note Journal bingo card is a great project for your guys, your Tim Holtz people that are men, especially the ones that are in poses that are sometimes harder to use. We have a million different uses for all the pretty ladies, the Victorian dress ladies in the Tim Holtz paper dolls, but sometimes I find it hard to use these men in, poses like this. So I'm going to kind of use those in here. So basically we're going to take a bingo card and we're just going to place, I like to leave it to where I can see it is a bingo card. So don't place something very large that is going to cover up most of your bingo card. You want the people to be able to see it is an altered bingo card. So this is like altered playing cards, but altered very large playing cards, meaning bingo cards. So anyway, we're going to take a mushroom. We're going to figure out where it goes. The man or boy or whatever you choose for paper doll is going to make placing your mushroom key. So if you're using one that is sitting on the top of the mushroom, he looks best if the mushroom, in fact, is just slightly not covered up like this. You don't want to cover it like that. That's not really sitting on the mushroom. You want the mushroom to just be slightly like that. So he's sitting on the top of the mushroom cap. So from there, we could use this little boy. That would be fine. We want to just figure out, slide him over here, maybe slightly off center to the left. Then he would need some fairy wings. We have several different options for fairy wings. You could use those. Now inked around, those would look great right there. So that's an option, but you also have the option of using the Tim Holtz actual little, it's called transparent wings. Get the glare off of it. But in this pack, there's a bunch of different butterfly wings. And so it's printed on transparency, so they are completely see-through plastic wings. And I have a bunch of those. So if we wanted to use something like that, like I have very large ones. Obviously, you know, we don't really need a super big one, but they just slide behind him like that. And those are his wings. So that's what it looks like. I like the fairy wings. They're different because they are that transparency. You can also bend the transparency just slightly there in the center and fluff out his wings. Now we're going to stick these in a pocket. They're writing boards that go in a pocket that you can pull out. So I don't want his wings bent up for this project. However, we do need to choose some wings. We have many options. Like, I think the better size, so this is one I just showed you. I think a better size would be like this. So if we place him kind of on the top of the mushroom, slide his wings behind him, those are much better sized wings for him. So those wings are blue and yellow, meaning, you know, I might want to use, like I have this large field note label. We could tuck that over here, maybe in this area. I'm kind of covering up my bingo at the bottom, and I don't like to do that. I like to leave the bingo where I can see the top and bottom part of the bingo. So now I'm just trying to play with that field note label, placing that to where you can read the field note. So I don't need to see the whole bingo. I'm okay with covering up part of it. I just like to be able to see that it is still there. So maybe something like that with our guy over there. And then to balance that color, we're going to need to add some more blue. His wings have blue in them, so we're going to find something blue and add something else blue in this area. And that's the basic formula. Now from here, you could put down some book page, you know, a little bit of book page. You could put down a little bit of music paper. We can play with that as well to just, you know, do a little collage. We also have, you know, a little flower, and a little flower goes a long way on these. Because you can see, even if I put, for instance, if I put a little field field label here and I put a little stamp here, yes, it balances the color, but we still need something else like in this area. I don't want to cover everything up, so I might just slide it down. You can still see that bingo is there at the bottom, so we might slide it down more like that. I kind of like that arrangement. The blue in those wings might be just a little bit too much blue for me. So I'm just going to continue to play here. I might end up using this butterfly. Let me just ink that white away so that I don't see it. It kind of, you know, we have a very vintage bingo card and the white kind of just stands out like a sore thumb. So let me move that. I do prefer these, but let's try this. That's very nice. I really like that arrangement. So maybe we will go with that one for this mushroom. So we just need to ink around our little guy and our little flower, and then we will glue those on. We're going to do 3, so there will be 2 more, and we can kind of change the placement of things and, you know, do a little different. I have 3 botanical journals that we're going to make together on camera. So this is just making ephemera ahead of time. Like I said, there is a pocket that these guys go into tomorrow. And so there's that. Now you could place this on top too, but for me, the floating stems, I don't like the floating stems. So I do prefer to tuck them. It's, you know, it's up to you. In this instance, it's not as bad, at least because there's something underneath of it, but I do think I'm going to tuck it to the back. So there's what mine's going to look like, and let's get this guy glued on. Just for today, I'm going to be using art glitter glue. So the first thing that needs to go on is this flower, and it's going to get art glitter glue. And I'll link the art glitter glue. Every time I don't link it, you guys ask, and when I do link it, you know, I don't know if it gets used or not, but I will go ahead and link the art glitter glue again in the description box below the video. We have some really fun and exciting things happening in the near future. on the Facebook group. So I'm going to mention the Facebook group in the next couple videos. Got quite a bit of art glitter there. In the next couple videos, I'll be mentioning the Facebook group. The Facebook group is linked in the description box below the video. It's my Facebook group called Junk Journal Makers. And Junk Journal Makers is for everyone who is learning how to make junk journals, who already knows how to make junk journals, people who sell junk journals professionally. It's just from beginner to professional, everybody is included in that group. And so we're going to be doing some giveaway in there, exciting giveaway for a product that is really hot right now and hard to find. So we're going to do that. And then we'll also be doing, the challenge that goes along with that giveaway, of course. And so get prepared, join the Facebook group, and I'll be telling you guys all the information as it happens. And then this video will air on Monday. It will air later in the day. And that video, today's video, is the altered bingo card, and tomorrow we'll do the pockets. So I kind of covered up my field there, but I am going to slide this down as much as art glitter will let me. Okay, there we go. So there's that. We got our little mushroom on there. Looking good so far. And so the next thing I want to do is I want to put the butterfly on the little boy. And so these butterflies, doesn't matter what butterfly you use, you could use a digital that you print out. If you don't have any of these Tim Holtz things, use digitals. You could cut them out of magazines, but you want to put your wings on to where you're not seeing the antenna and you're not seeing the body. You're just seeing the wings poke out from behind him. So you can place them up pretty high like that. And so that's what I'm going to do. The mushrooms is the only thing that is a digital that's in my Etsy. The rest of it is Tim Holtz products. So I'm going to put those wings as high as I can. So I like to attach the wings and then attach the whole boy and wings together on top of the mushroom. These look so cute when they are done. And you can decorate them up a variety of ways. Like I have altered these to the point where, you really can't see the bingo card. But in today's thing, I really am trying to focus on making the bingo card part of the design. Okay, so there's that. Now, when we put this in the pocket, we more than likely will be adding a tab on the side. And so after you get all of your layers on, depending on the thickness of your bingo card, you might need to back it to coffee dyed paper, or you might just want to back it to coffee dyed paper so that it is not, whatever paper this is or cardstock this is. So that's up to you. Now down here at the bottom, I can see we're going to need another little label, a little number or something like that. So I can grab one of those out. Just something to zhuzh it up a little bit, So you could just add a little label like that. You could also add one of those Tim Holtz words. I actually had that stamp down there, didn't I? Let's find a different color stamp for that. So I'm going to hang on to that one for just a minute and we're going to continue to decorate. I've already fussy cut everything, so everything is pretty quick at this point. I have another little boy and he's just kind of sitting there. I think I'd rather have him sit on a big mushroom just because he's a little big for that little mushroom. So he could sit like that. We need to pick him out some wings. And I really did want to try to find, here's some green wings. Let's put the green wings behind him. They're smaller than those first ones I showed you. So I really wish there was some orange ones, but probably I have already used them. Okay, so I can see there's some purple ones in here. Good to know. Let's use these green ones for this guy so that we're doing something different and it's not same. So we'll use those for that. We need a label on this one. Maybe I will use this red label. Maybe right across there or maybe right there. And then we need to add our flower for this one. And I do have, another one of these yellow flowers, but this placement is a little bit different. Let me try putting him over here to this side, just like the other one. And let's see if I can get this label in here. And then this flower. We have a little more room. That flower can go up higher this time. I like that. That's pretty good. If we don't do that label, we have this label. Those green wings are kind of just sticking out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them. Let's see what other wings we have. We have these yellow ones. I might not do any plastic wings today. Plastic, you know, transparency, whatever. So there's some yellow. Those are kind of cute. Let's see what else. So some of these are from Field Notes. Some of these are from Botanical. He has tiny little wings. Sometimes it's fun to put small wings and sometimes it's fun to put big wings. So they're all different packs of ephemera. I've just kind of went through and pulled out some that I liked of butterflies. And I think I've mostly used Field Note and Botanical. I'm going to get this back behind there. It's kind of a lacy wing and you can see those antennae. Now you could trim the antenna off, but I think it's going to be these guys. I don't really see. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this too. So sometimes you have a butterfly that is a half of a butterfly where it's flying to the side. You can still use those. It's just for people who are more turned, like this little boy here. This little boy here, and you can put the wings off to the side like that. So he's sitting sideways with his wings. So the half butterflies you can still use. I do want to use this little boy. Let's use that one. And then let's come back and use this little boy. I think he's great. So he could kind of sit like that. I think that's awesome. I might need to change. I might need to change what I'm doing here. I said I didn't like him, but now I'm looking at him like that. Maybe. Let's do it. So then we're going to put our wings back there. I could do that one. I think what is bothering me most is that the wings are just so blendy with everything else we've got going here. Let's try this one. It's a little bit different color. So it's either these or the yellow. Okay, the yellow it is. Let's ink them up and put them on. So I've changed mushrooms and I've changed little boys and butterflies. That's all right. I just really want to use that little boy that's sitting off to the side so that we can have half of a little butterfly poking out there. Okay, so we need to glue down our flower first. Run some ink over it. So by the time this video is done, I will have my 3 altered bingo cards. And tomorrow we'll have a pocket to put them in. The pocket is a big pocket and it needs something big like this bingo card. And plus we will have this as a writing board as well. And I might put coffee dyed paper back there. I think I probably will, just to make sure that the people can write nicely on the back of the journaling card. So let's put this back there. I already inked a lot of things and fussy cut just so we'd have time to decorate today. So there's that. And our mushroom. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I know I have missed you guys for a couple of days there. My daughter's wedding was Saturday. We had such a fabulous day. Everything went beautifully and it was just a great time. And I have been a little tired, but you know, getting back into the swing of things, getting going again. I love this mushroom. It's such a beautiful one. Perfect. And the little boy needs some ink around him just so he doesn't have white edges. And then, oh, we already inked it. Good. Let's attach our wings to our little man here. I'll let that glue dry just a little tiny bit and get those wings right there. I like to keep them as high as I can. I think they look more like fairy wings that way. And then we'll glue this together. I have not been I'm not caught up yet with all the emails and everything, but I will be, and I will update you guys in tomorrow's video, because it'll be Tuesday, whatever's going on here as far as sales go. There we go. And we're still going to add that little stamp or numbers or something, some other little element down in this area, just to tie everything together. So there's that one. We got one left, and this is going to go pretty quick because we've already picked it all out. And so we had that little half of a butterfly. Of course, I've lost it, but we have half a butterfly somewhere right here. So this one's going to get inked. This little butterfly is really colorful. I don't know if these were real butterfly, illustrations from an antique book or what they were, but there they are. Boy, the time does fly, doesn't it? Okay, so he's going to sit up on there. He's going to have his wings back there. Then we need a label. We have the specimen one, I think. That fits nicely right there. My thing is it covers up that little red number, and I really like the little red number. But maybe we do that blue one. And then from there, we need the flower. And so I'm going to use one of these flowers. It's slightly like pink purpley tinge to it, but inked it looks a little bit better. There we go. Let's glue this flower down first. I hope that you guys have some bingo cards. If you don't, like I said, I'll put the digital in the Etsy. Just have some scans of the original, antique, vintage, whatever they are, bingo cards. I'll put several, so there will be different designs for you guys to choose from. This one I like because of the size. So when I do this one for you guys, I will do it exactly true to size so that you can get it just as it is. I'm going to actually slide this over. I know I made a mess with the glue because I want to cut off a little more of the leaf, but I do want to be able to see those flowers where it was going to be covered up by our little man. Calling him a little man, but he's a boy. Okay, so there's our label. Here's our mushroom. So this is just one way of altering these, and another idea, obviously it's a journal card, but another idea of making it into the writing board. Now, if you are using the digital and, printing them out onto cardstock and you want to use them for writing boards, I would suggest that you find some like packaging, maybe food packaging like cardboard box, cereal box, something like that, and back it to it, just to make it more sturdy and strong so that it can be thicker to be that writing board that you're looking for. If you want to make it a writing board, otherwise, it's fine, totally fine to just have it be a journal card. These I'm making can go either way, so they can be writing board or they can be journal card. Okay, so here's our little man. I hope you guys don't mind, but be a little over on time. You guys always tell me it's fine, so I'm not even going to stress about it. He's going to go up there. He's getting a little tall and not really where I wanted him, but that's where he's going. Oops, I forgot to glue my wings on. How many of you guys were just yelling at me? So now we'll get our little wings tucked in there. Luckily we can. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get those antennas. There we go. I just don't like to see the antennas. For me, I'm not really a big bug person, so the antennas do kind of creep me out a little bit. But there's his little wings. We can cheat them up just a little bit, maybe. There we go. So there's that one. Now, for stamps or whatever, we are going to put some other little element down here. So when you guys see these tomorrow, they will be completely finished, and I'll ink around them, obviously. But there's that one. And there's that one. See how you can totally see it is a bingo card still? So the same thing when you want to alter a playing card. You want to be able to see that it was a playing card. You want to be able to see that these are bingo cards. You just want them to be cute and altered. So there they are, and tomorrow's video will be the pocket, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye.